All right, Eric, can you hear me? How about now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Oh my God, this. I had to restart my computer and I forgot to turn on the mic, so I had like 13 people filter through here and nobody, nobody said anything. I've been streaming for 15 minutes on mute, so that must have been funny. Yeah. Oh man. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just streaming game dev nonsense. So we'll just cut that from the highlight reel, or we'll add that to the blooper reel. Anyways, I appreciate you saying something, man. Thank you. So all right, so I'm just talking out loud or thinking out loud here on how I want to handle this stuff. So it's nothing critical. I'm just doing Kenny's game jam, so I'm just kind of streaming it just to see how it comes along. But I'm just working on I'm doing the mechanics today. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Rubber ducking. Yep. It's either that, like, or I'm talking to my cat, or talk. You got to talk to the wall or something. I feel like when you can just verbalize something, you're able to, quantify it in a way that makes sense at least, and sometimes you get your head around it better. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide on how I want to handle this. So if you stay in this, if you hit, the player has the winning states. With our current game, it's just a points. We're just gonna get like 50, whatever points I've set. Let's just return true or false. So I don't want to do any of this stuff I'm doing here, and let's kick off a timer somewhere else. So we gotta get rid of that and just return that. And then if it does, then we say, all right, you have to charge now. Otherwise, we say print player does not have enough energy or something like that. And then I'll just put a to do add message. Hey, what's going on, Mark? You joined just in time for me to have my audio working again. So I've been talking to myself here for 15 minutes. So okay, so we're gonna kick off this timer here, and we're not gonna do these things. We're not gonna play these things. These are gonna move to a finish point. Just coding it without really trying to organize anything. On charge. Actually, this is finish line. Finish line charge complete. Sounds like a pretty good way to say it. And that's going to be our timeout state. And then we're going to do, we don't need that. So we're going to start a timer, and then we're going to do that. Now, if this person leaves, so we also need to on body exit. So while I remembered on area 3D, I don't like saying that. What is this? On lever exited. I think I still do body. Let's just do pass just to remember to do it. All right. And this will play at the end of the timer. So let's do our timeout. Pick it. Charge complete, connect, on charge, completed, complete. So the door will open and you basically won the game. So when you cross the finish line, you won the game. Like, you could be slow to it, I guess. So let's test this. So the lever, and then we'll come back and finish this. I don't think I need this physics stuff anymore. And let's see if we can test our you win case. Okay, so there's our door. If I go over to it now, it shouldn't do anything because the player does not have enough energy, as you can see printed in the logs. But let's charge. And we're gonna get, I think we only need 1 for this demo. So we have 5 now, and we'll come over here and charge. And there it is, 3 seconds later, and then you win. Look at that, print it out, you win. Awesome. All right. So that is the use case. It's the golden path, and we're gonna test if the player like moves away and comes back in. Because remember, like the other player can throw the little grenades at you, and they can blow you out of the way, right? So if you're standing next there and you're trying to win the game, and you're casting that charge to open the door for 3 seconds, and somebody blows you away, then you're gonna have to, you're either dead or you have to get back up there. So this is gonna be fun. If I can pull this off, I think this game's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so on lever exited. So we need to kill the timer. And oh, we should also track who the person is that's charging it, because we needed to do that in the player charging to make sure it's not going to happen again. And we also want to do authority. But I do want this animation to play on both. So how would I do that? I guess I would have to synchronize that. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that right now. It's okay that it plays on both, although it won't meet. All right, I may have to mess with some multiplayer stuff a little bit later, but I don't want to do that right now. What did I just copy? Okay. So we need to check that somebody else can't come in there. So that means we need to grab, well, let's just first do the exited thing. Layer, level, where's the area 2D? Body exited, there we go. All right, so pick, and then we're gonna say on lever exited. All right. Print player left lever. And if you left the lever, we're gonna stop this timer regardless. So we're gonna stop the timer because we want you to start over. And if the lever body entered and there's nobody else charging, so player opening lever equals nothing. Is that how I did it? No, I added this to make sure. Okay, so when you come in, if it's a player and no player opening lever, then we're gonna set it to you. Actually, no, we're only gonna do that if you meet the winning criteria, because otherwise I don't care. And then we're gonna start the timer, and then we are going to set this to null because you left. And otherwise, do we want to like put the lever back? Like, yeah, we're gonna have to shift the lever back the other way. Okay, there's like a couple states here. Yeah, man, Eric, you know, I think I'm gonna do full player authority if it works. I don't have that right now. I do want to set this game up for the game jam to be full player authority. But because I'm doing this really quick, I haven't taken my time to test that along the way. And I'm a little nervous that if I just flip that switch, a lot of things are gonna break. So for the game jam, I think it might just end up being inputs client authority and not the full player, inputs only, but we'll see. I'm gonna work on that at the very end because I don't want to waste too much time on that. Because I can always fix that if I actually want to launch the game or, you know, continue with the game. I can do that at a later point. But yeah, that's a good question. So what I want to do here is if a player comes up there and they failed, and it's not them, like after 3 seconds, they didn't they left the lever. I want them to be like, I want there to be another flag. I think I need another flag. Where did it go? How did I do it here? Yeah, I did core spent. So I think I'm gonna say like lever opened, or lever charged. How about that? Lever charged. We're gonna say false for that. And the only time the lever's charged is when this is complete. So on finish line charge complete, if player opening lever is good, then we'll say lever charge is true, and then we'll play this stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna have to redo it. You left. You don't count. And also I don't want to do this again. And lever not charged, not lever charged. I think I got it. So if you come in and you start charging and you leave, it's gonna set this back to false. This was never true. This is gonna set to null. I'm sorry. And this and then if this when this and then I just stop the timer. Yeah. I think that's it. Let me try it. I think I got that brain wrapped around it. Let me log in the other guy. See if he can witness it. I think I'll have to sync animations again like I did with the charging here. There we go. I'll sit here and charge. That actually worked on both clients. That's because I didn't do the authority thing. And then, okay, so the lever, so it's not like undoing it, right? So I think I got it. And then I'll just come in and then I won. Yeah. It says you win. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Eval. Yeah, I had a lot more ideas after the stream yesterday. I just sat on my iPad and was just like writing down ideas, and I think I've got a pretty good solid direction now, and I've got 3 or 4 mechanics in the game. I can like go over them really quick if you guys are interested. I think it's just you and I don't know who else is in the chat. Had a couple people filter in and out. But I'm just working on like the like end part of the game, like the finish line, and I think I got it. But I don't like how it keeps spamming that if it's already over. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's put that in here because that's the only time I care. And we're going to not play the animation. It shouldn't play. It should be stuck open. Yeah, man. All right, Mark. Yeah, I'll cover it real quick. And Dremo, how much time we had to start 48 hours. Give him 48 hours. However, because I knew this was a multiplayer game, I figured it would be fairly difficult to I wonder if I can link to the jam. I think yesterday we weren't able to put links in there, but I might be able to put links for you guys. Let me see. Let me know if you can't see the link. I just posted a link. Game jam here. Let me know if you can't see that. So I have 22 hours, so a little less than a day. I've been working on this since about 2 o'clock yesterday. And I kind of worked on it off and on all day. Yeah, Mark, we got that covered yesterday with Mark. Yeah, so I pre-built some kind of foundation so that I could focus on the gameplay, meaning that I had one player, and I had him, animated just running. Yesterday, when I started, this is all I had. I'll just show you guys. I just had a little player character, and I just had this little demo scene here, and it does nothing. This is all what I started with. So everything over here I started as part of the official game jam. So I'm gonna put a note in my submission that I did have some pre-baked, or you know, some infrastructure, some base architecture just for the multiplayer networking stuff set up. But all these mechanics and everything are fresh for the game jam. And you could go watch my first stream. It's very boring, and everybody was sitting here banging their heads against the wall, thinking like the theme was connection. And I'm like, well, how is this theme gonna work? But all right, let me give you a rundown really quick where I'm at with everything. But I gotta adjust something really quick so you'll see it in real time. All right, so yeah, I've not been posting on social media. Maybe after this stream I will post, because I'll probably stream till 2 and then take a break because I get like a headache. It's just like a lot of focusing. So I'll probably take a break around 2. And I'm doing like 2-hour chunks, maybe like 2-hour stream, an hour break or something, just so I don't burn out. So let's see what the game looks like right now. So what I have right now is, so this is multiplayer, and when you come into the game, it's probably going to be match based. So everybody, this works for now, and I might automate this based on like whenever everybody wins. But the whole game will have that. And please, somebody chime in. I keep forgetting the word. You know, it's like the trash compactor where you have only so much time to get out. So the entire water level is rising. And that's my connection theme, is that we're all like, you're all in the same world. You're all trying to get out of here, and you have to charge at these charge points. And if you don't get out of there in time, you're going to die. Like if you touch the water, you die. So I'm strategically placing these charging stations down here, and this one's hard to get to and you can't get back. So what you have to use is these bombs, and these bombs will launch you so that you can, like, if you're really good at it, you can like launch back to land. So it's going to be like real active play. Like you're going to have to be real smart. So it's high risk, high reward, kind of get into those things. And I want those little charge stations to like speed up the water level. Yeah, it's slowly rising up, and I want it to speed up every time you hit a charge, so everybody's like in the same boat, everybody's connected. So that's my contribution. And like if you see somebody that's like at the finish line, you can throw one of the bombs at them and it'll blow them out. Like, see how it's blowing me off? I have to fix the vector math on that. It's a little messed up, but like the idea is like, I think you have to spend energy to throw things, so you have to manage your energy. Your energy is this little number above the head. And so I think what I'm going to do is just have like that doorway that I was working on a minute ago up here, and you have to release your energy to win, and then the first person to do that wins the game. And then I just auto restart the match, and maybe I'll just make it dynamic based on the amount of players in the game. But yeah, it's definitely taking shape based on where I was yesterday. But I think having these little bomb things are really cool, because then you can kind of launch yourself to other islands. It's not going to be this dramatic. This is just, I'm messing up some of my vector math. But you know, the idea is like, if you have to get off an island or a really risky place, you can toss a bomb beneath you, and then like it'll launch you up, and then you can get to the next area. So that's the gist. That's most of the mechanics. And it is working multiplayer. Let me just drop back in and show you guys really quick. Oh, and another cool thing is if I actually go through with the change where I'm making the water level rise faster for each energy that another player gets, so it's the connectedness, so your actions influence the importance that person needs to keep moving quickly. So if that happens and you get energy and the water level is rising faster, you can actually like maroon somebody, but because you're better, you can launch a thing and then like get to higher ground quickly and then like maroon them, and now they've died because they have nowhere to go. So that's kind of one of the little strategies. And like, here's that like high risk, high reward thing. Like you get here and you charge it, but you can't get back. I can't jump back. So you have to be a skilled player, and you have to be able to throw your bomb and then power yourself back to safety like that. And then you can keep going, and then the other person will be left behind. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to make it really solid gameplay, like try to get the vector math working better. And again, the water does kill you if I didn't say that. I gotta polish that vector math up, but for the most part, I needed to move on. And I think for the most part, it works for demo purposes, at least for the jam. And if I can get to it to fix it, then I will. But yeah, it would play really nicely if I can make this action here consistent and not so crazy high. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really easy fix. I just kind of fudged the math when I did it. I think that's going to be really fun. Yeah, and you can like, I mean, you should have saw me this morning. I streamed earlier today, and like getting it like where it is now is pretty fun. And one of the things about the jam is everything has to be Kenny's assets. So I removed the primitive that I had and used a giant like chest that he had for the ground. Look at this. I don't know why I'm showing you this. It's kind of silly, but this thing is a giant chest that I just like flattened. Yeah, that's it. This thing. So this is the water, and then I just applied a different texture to it so that the outer edge is blue instead of gold. So that's how I got around that. So yeah, I've worked on this for a few hours now, and what I'm probably gonna do is shift this entire thing into the middle. Like this tower will be in the middle, and I'll probably even build it up higher, because I think having the different levels will make it really dramatic, where you have to like go get the charge. Maybe you want to be maybe you're a skilled player and you'll go to the risky place and you'll charge there and then launch yourself up and then just keep drowning out everybody else. And so I think having the different elevations will really help with that. But I do want to have a much bigger map. This is not like, if I'm thinking 5-player matches, I basically need 5 more chunks of land like this and then some. And this little section down here, I'll probably just remove. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm heading. I mean, what do you guys think? It's pretty solid game jam weekend idea, right? I mean, we went from like not really having any idea where to go to here. I'm gonna take a bite. Gonna make so much money off this. People are gonna go nuts. It's gonna be the next Fortnite. No, whatever. All right. And then here's what it looks like with the fog. Fog is like a gray area. I don't know if he wants us to use fog, but so that'll add another level of challenge, because you won't necessarily be able to see the all the platforms. Yeah. And I think like I'm gonna get all the game mechanics working today and try to get them solid. And then if I have time today, I'm gonna go nuts on the map. I mean, I have to, right? I'm running out of time. But yeah, I think that's the next thing to do, is to get the map design after these game mechanics. I got like 2 or 3 more game mechanics to iron out, and this thing needs to just go over here for now. I should probably make this a sub of the platform. Where's this platform? You know, I don't know if I want it to be there, so let's just stick it over here for now. And that'll be the finish line. I think I got that working. Actually, no, I didn't. I'll put that back. I need to experiment a couple more. Go back. All right. Yeah, there's a couple more things I need to focus on. Yeah, so I don't know if we're allowed to use shaders. Yeah, I have played around with them, but he doesn't want us to use anything that's not his. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck using his stuff. Did I actually finish the finish line stuff? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, I need to make the label. Hold on. Let's just do the label really quick. Lever label. And we're just gonna make you're like like, I'm not paying attention. Okay, so let's say where is it? We'll just do it right here. Text equals charging And then we'll do the exact same thing. What? Oh, I don't actually have a label. Oh, label 3. And then we'll say lever label. And then where is it? Let's put it right. Hold on, let's add some text. We gotta billboard that. I wonder how much changer, or how much, let's make it up a little higher. All right, and wonder how much more processing power adding that billboard flag adds. I wonder if it's significant. Okay, so then we need to grab a reference to that on ready. Lever label, and let's see. No, that's not what I wanted at all. All right, lever label here. So I need to set the text, and then we'll say level label. Is that what no, I was doing in the physics process. So let's function physics, and we'll say this is necessary. All right, oh, I need to change that word to text. I don't like that. Text lever label. There we go. All right, so now it'll just let's just make sure it exists, because sometimes it's not ready. Then if you leave, but you win, if you leave but you charged, I don't want to remove it. So on charge complete, we'll do charged or charge complete. But where's that flag? Here, lever charged. So if not lever charged, so like if you left too early, then we need to set this to nothing because you messed up. And I think that should toggle the way that we want. Right? So if you leave it, it'll get nullified right here. If you charged it, then it'll just say charge complete. Yeah, let's test it. Let's test it. And I think this won't synchronize. This will not synchronize. So let's join them both, but this guy's not going to be able to see it. Oh shoot, the water level's rising. I gotta do it quick. Crap. It's not working. What happened? Did I click host on the wrong one? I don't know what I did. Because I have the game code actually in there. So let me turn off the ground going up, because that's gonna really hurt my ability to test this. And then we'll run it again. What is this? Finish line. Post game. And I don't have the water rising for this right now. So, all right, so this is the client side. Let's just let's be an observer. We'll go, and this is our server. So I think we'll see it on the server side. So in order to get over this, see, it won't work right now because it's not saying charging. So it's not going to do anything. So what we do is come over here and charge. And we see that synchronized correctly. And then boom, he's got 5, and that charge core spent. And then he comes over here and it says charging. Look at that. Charging. And because we reset the timer, it's not going to like keep going. And then all of a sudden I come back and get it. So we got to charge. And then it should say charge complete. And then the door opens and then we win. Yay. Okay. Let me move up the charge label. Actually, let me double check that it's not going to. That was the other use case, to make sure I can't come back and reset it. Yep, I've flagged that correctly. Awesome. I don't know if the way I'm doing this is good. It's not really state machine. I should probably use more state machine architectures, but it's just not what I'm used to. Coming from a Java background, I'm not really, I don't know, just kind of do this. So anyways, I can always improve that. So this will need to be like to kick off end game stuff and show winner. And then did you guys notice if the charge complete was synchronized? I don't think it was, and we need to make this a little bigger. Charging ... and let's move it up. Move it up above the player. It's about the player's height, somewhere about there. And the font size 48. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. And then let's just try it again, and let's see if the player, if it was synchronized. I don't think so. My guess is no. And let's see, we'll be a spectator from here. And we'll come over here and we're charging. So we know that's working. And then we'll come over here. It is synchronized. Is it because the on body, it's synchronized, but it like shouldn't be synchronized? How is it already synchronized? This is probably not going to work in other scenario. Like all right, so if player, oh, it's because I'm not wrapping this with an authority check. So this on body entered, or that player will trigger this to happen. So yeah, I don't really like that. This could cause problems in the I would have to synchronize a couple things for that to actually work, but this is Game Jam. I don't know if I have the time to be that correct with it. So let me take a bite of food. All right. I think this is good enough. I think maybe saying not enough energy. Not enough minerals. And then when you hit it again, yeah, let's try that. No, wait, don't do that. And then come over here and say, it should say not enough energy. Yep, not enough energy. So if this guy does it, no, don't get it. Okay. This guy does it though. Let me see. So that's going to show up. That's what we want. And it'll say charged, spent, because I synchronized that. But then this, oh, it does work. All right, let's see if it actually does it. Yep, charge complete. And then win. You won the game. Player left level. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, I guess I'll leave that there. All right. So we got that. Let me organize this a little bit better because that hurts my brain. The finish line charge is connected to the timer. Whoops. And we got our physics process. We got our ready function down there. And yeah, let's just, whatever. I'll leave that there. All right. So we got our door, I think our end of game stuff working. And the only other thing I can think of is to add an energy drain to the other players. So let me just commit this code, not commit, but get it indexed. So we can, I can capture my progress. So if I mess something up, I know exactly what I messed up because I'm indexing it. And what else? Charging spell component. Leave him up for now because I do want to have another spell component. And it'd be really cool to get this on a dedicated server soon and have people play test this or demo this. But I got a couple more things I want to do. All right, so if let's check the list. So I still need to do water kills player. I really think that's going to be easy to do, so I'm saving that for last. And I think people for play testing aren't. I need to maybe. I think that's going to be really hard to play test with that enabled. So let's just move that to the top of the list and transfer energy. Okay, so we have the long throw, which I haven't done, in the final barrier area. We got that done. Look at that. We've got all these things accomplished today. And so we have two big things left, two types of grenades. So let's just add this up here. Yep. No, build center pillars. Yeah, 3 matches based on players die. Automatic for now, near just water level charge. Or yeah, okay. So I have some assumptions and stuff. That was all our notes from yesterday. So I think maybe let's add this mechanic and then we can play around with it, hitting players with bombs or grenades, whatever you want to call them, transfers their energy. So let's look at doing that really quick. Then we can, I think, start finalizing the game. Maybe I'll take a break once I get that. Keep my mind fresh. Okay, so let's look at the spike block guy. Is that where it's at? No, it's in the component. So I have these like generic scenes that are like that spike that I just showed you guys, and then I have a spell component which represents a specific spell. Oh yeah, I didn't, whoever was on here earlier, I didn't talk about that I actually already had health and damage working, but I disabled it for now. I mean, it's still there, it just it's not gonna work. Oh, you win got finished a whole bunch, so I'm gonna have to finish that anyways. Okay, so we have this, and when you collide with it, let's look at its script. Here's the spell component. Zoom in the code a little bit. So we're just going to, oh, I just threw all these variables down here. Oh, this is, I need to fix this. This is where it's broke. Origin to origin, normalized. I'm gonna have to play around with this, see why. Anyways, what do I want to do? Okay, so if you hit a player, if there's a collision, this won't work. This is the other thing. So what am I trying to do? I guess it would be here. Yeah. So here, you need to drain energy, but it should only drain energy if it's not you. Oh, was this actually on this whole time? Let me just make sure the game isn't playing weird or unexpected. Yeah, we both get blown off. That was pretty predictable. That's really high up, but it is working. All right, so I think what we need to do is down here, we need to say, are you the one that's casting it? So if body hit, nope, if body hit name is not equal to multiplayer dot get mul multiplayer lagging get unique ID. Okay, so then we need to drain damage, but maybe we need to drain damage for both. So, oh, the other mechanic was to speed up the water on energy. Shoot, I forgot all about that. Increase water level rate when energy is gained. All right, we got to do that too. Okay, so there's two things I want to do here. I can, when somebody gets their energy, when somebody gets hit with the grenade and it's not you, so you threw it and somebody else is hit, that steals their energy, right? I don't know if we should do that mechanic. I don't know if we should be stealing. I think knocking them off is enough. What if we drain the person's energy? It might be fun enough without it. It might be good enough without that mechanic. Because I think when you get energy and you increase the water rise rate, that might be enough. That alone could be enough. Having that impending doom with the water, the timer of the lava rising up. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I can just do it, and then if I need to add it in, do I even have the energy of the current spell? Or the current component. I don't even think I have the current energy of it. You know, it would probably be applied down here then. So you're going to be applying it to the person that it hit. Yeah, so you're going to drain their energy there. I might have to adjust this. Or this is a demo. I can fudge it. I'm not really using this. Let me actually note that. Not really using this activity mechanism. So the mechanisms that I built ahead of time, I'm not even using. So, I mean, not really. This whole activity mechanism where I was going to have spells into a queue or actions into a queue that can be applied from, you know, world buffs or world mobs and bosses and other players. I'm not using it. So it's not really a big deal that I spent time ahead of time on this. So I think what we'll do is we'll just lower their energy, and we'll just do that. So if it's not you, we'll just lower your energy. But oh yeah, I was like, what's the problem again? I don't know how much energy this thing had. Because I do set it up. Let me see, where is this at? Yeah, mark. It's on mark active. No? Where is it? Let's see how I did this. So the attack activity here. Okay. So we're going to launch it, and that is for the spell. We're not using any of this code. So where's the component? Component is here. yeah, so you hit E, comes in here, and it gets launched, right? So we launch it. That's what this does. And somehow, I think I need to pass in the energy level of this thing. So I gotta just make it up. There is no energy level. I just gotta make it up. I don't know what I'm doing. 1. It'll just be 1. Drain energy. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Just lower it by 1. Whatever. Yeah, let's go create that energy. Man, I was totally overthinking that. Function, drain energy, drain amount. Let's make that an int. And we'll just say if whatever, just drain it. Energy. Oh yeah, we gotta make sure it's not below 0. If energy level is above 0, then we'll say energy level minus equals drain amount. Drain amount. And then we'll say what? Man, I always forget the colons. Okay, so then we'll say print player. Is this, yeah, it'll be, we'll say player and then the ID drained. It's on the person it hit, right? So has was drained amount energy, and then we'll do sent, and we'll say get parent dot name, and then we'll say energy level. All right, so we got our drain energy, and man, components are fun. All right, so we got our energy object. All right, let's try it. And then that would be another mechanic, and then we can do one more, and I'm not sure if I'm going to turn him on. Let's see if I throw it at him. Oh, what did I do? Oh, it's okay, string, silly stuff like that, ruining my flow. Wait, no, yeah, string, name is a string. Okay, I make bad games. Excellent. And we'll throw it at you. Didn't work. Didn't work. Did I call it energy? I mean, it would throw in an exception if it wasn't correct. Energy player. Yep, it's called energy. Okay. I'm not crazy. Okay. Okay. Well, what happened? Let me try. Maybe it's an authority thing. Nope. Oh yeah, I guess one of the mechanics is if you look at the log, it says activity cooled, and it shows the name of the activity. Like I don't let you just spam things. There's a cooldown. You went flying. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's not working. Why isn't it working? Losing my voice. So here's the velocity, and then man, multiplayer, get unite, get unique ID. I mean, what's going on? Let me check the energy. What did I do wrong? Oh man, come on. Yeah, if it's greater than 0, oh, he doesn't have any energy to lose. He doesn't have any energy to lose, guys. All right, that's what it is. Hey, are they server based or P2P? Which tutorials? Because that's okay. Well, awesome, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, I'm trying to fill in some of the gaps. Got a long way to go. Let me just do this train of thought, and then I'm going to answer your question. So if I charge up, get energy. Okay, I got it. Now this guy is going to come in and he's going to attack him. And then did it lower it? It lowered it to 3, but it didn't synchronize. It did lower it. So I have to. Player 1 was drained 2 energy or down 2 energy? Was drained. Oh, was drained down. Was drained down to energy. Oh man, everybody struggles. Nobody knows. Nobody knows everything. Everybody struggles. There's no way. There's so much. I mean, some things I can rip through, and when you start getting into like inventing your own stuff, I mean, nobody's an expert. I don't know. I guess there are some really good people out there that, I mean, once you've gone through, made a bunch of Godot games, you're going to be a lot faster. You can even reference your old code. Like, I'm not even doing that. Like, I should be, but I've never really done this before, so. So you're asking, so most of my tutorials are designed to work for both. And when I say both, it's like you can deploy a dedicated server of my builds. I'm sorry, you can export a dedicated server, and it should automatically work as just like a standalone server. And a lot of times I have like a little flag in there that's like, is this host mode or not? So if you want to run in like a P2P setup or on your local network or your local computer, and you just hit like host, it's going to automatically flag you as like running in host mode, so that everybody else is that's a P2P sense, right? That's going to be a person connecting to you as another person acting as the host who also has a client. But most of my stuff, you don't have to do that. You can just run a dedicated server build. Yeah, I keep forgetting to tell people on my Discord that I'm streaming. I still haven't told anybody yet. But anyways, yeah, most of my stuff can be built for a dedicated server build, and but the Steam specific stuff is not designed for that. I do not have a anonymous or a dedicated server example with my Steam. All the Steam stuff is P2P. So whether you're using the custom build of Steam or that extension of the Godot Steam, or not the Godot Steam, it's called multiplayer peer extension, or if you're, those 2 demos that I covered, the Steam demos are both P2P setups. So you're leveraging the lobby system, or one of them has to leverage it currently, because that's currently how it's designed. That's the custom Godot build. That one's currently using a lobby. I think they're moving away from that, and I talk about that in my videos. And then the other one that uses extension, that uses a different technology, a different Steam networking stack behind the scenes, and that's supposed to be a more mature, not more mature, but a more robust solution, because it doesn't depend on lobby systems. But I do use a lobby in both those examples, and they are P2P. So you're basically going to generate a lobby, get some people together, and I think you can do some matchmaking. I didn't really do that. I just said like, whoever's in there, let's go. And then like one person could be a host, and the Steam APIs will handle that networking stuff for you. It should handle that punch through that you need. Now, there are ways to do that without Steam. I have not covered that. That's kind of its own thing. I do have that on my radar, and I know like NetFox actually has the dev at NetFox. He has a solution for that, and there's some other solutions out there, but I haven't covered that at all yet. Yeah, you can set up passwords, I think, through the Godot. So like when you want to use, so there's a couple things to think here. Like Godot Steam is its own thing, right? It's its own library, and you add it to Godot, and it has basically a 1-for-1 mapping of all Steam official things, but they made it really nice and high level clean for you. So you can actually just send packets behind the scenes for you. Then these guys came in and made the Godot multiplayer peer extension that sits on top of those, that uses those underlying APIs. And it's going to and the beauty about those two videos I did, the reason why I did them is because they both allow you to get away from using the lower level networking stacks. They allow you to use the high level stuff, so you can still use the multiplayer synchronizer or the multiplayer spawner RPCs just as you would welcome to the server, just as you would like for the eNet setups that I've had for a lot of my examples, like any of the Brackeys examples or any of the tutorials before that, is just using the eNet stuff. So that's why I did tutorials covering those solutions, because they're very easy to get started for a PvP game. And but you're not locked in to just what that extension gives you or what that custom build gave you, because you also have to use the Godot Steam library for both of those situations. One of them it's built in, and one of them you have to still add. I think the extension you still have to add it alongside it, which makes sense. So you also, because I also use the Godot Steam to set up a lobby in the extension version of my demo, but you still have access to all that Godot Steam APIs. Like you could totally just go off and create whatever or use whatever or leverage whatever APIs that you want to use that Godot provides you, or the Godot Steam API libraries provide you. Yeah, Steam is a free service. You got to pay $100 per game to list your game on Steam. They donate that money to charity. They just do that to keep, weed out everybody, but prevent too much spam. Yeah, they yeah. Hey, welcome back, Will. Yeah, I don't know how am I able to churn out all this stuff so quickly. I work on it all the time. That's like basically what I'm doing right now. So I'm just like I'm submersing myself into it, and it is very, very time consuming. I'm very exhausted all the time. There's a lot that goes on behind it, and I like transferring knowledge. I think I'm okay at it. I think I can get better at it, but it's something I like to do. That's why I want to do YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, I don't know. I think Godot is actually really easy to use. I have a lot of development experience. Godot is fairly new to me, but yeah. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah. Is there anything related to network relevancy in Godot? I'm not sure I follow you. Something to control that? I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna take a bite of food. Hang on. Game dev is crazy because you're not just coding, right? You're not just coding some back end or some front end. You're coding systems and systems upon systems. There's your audio system, your combat system, your your movement systems, your inventory systems, your networking systems. Like you're putting together everything. And like when people want to come into game development, I mean, it's really fun, and there's a lot of really simple engines out there that you can probably get started with, but it's daunting once you get beyond that. But I think engines like Unreal and Godot and Unity really help kind of lower that barrier entry, and you can see how some of it fits together, and then just kind of mimic that and work towards that and experiment. Yeah, it's fun. What was the driving force? You came out of nowhere. Oh, I was making I have a lot of networking, like cloud infrastructure experience, and I was working with Unity. I started getting into Unity a couple years ago, and I was just going to try to make tutorials there. I don't know. When I went to school a bunch of years ago, had an engineering degree that was focused more on like this stuff, multimedia production and storytelling and putting it all together through engineering and software engineering. It was like one of the coolest degrees I think that exists, and I got lucky enough to do it, and it was a lot of fun. So I didn't really use my degree for years. Like I made a couple video games in college, and then I maybe had a couple side projects over the years, but I really wanted to get back into it. So when Unity kind of shit the bed with their whole D thing, I decided that maybe there's another opportunity there for me, and I looked into Godot, and I don't know, something about the community just attracted me, and I was able to make a multiplayer game like that first night. I pulled open Godot and just had it up and running, and I just looked at the docs and I was like, they're gonna need some help. Like, because I already kind of got what to do, because it's similar in other platforms, but yeah, I was just able to do it. And so there's not a whole lot out there, so I just figured I should fill that gap. That was really the driving force, is to fill that gap. But there are a lot of good YouTubers who are doing what I'm doing. There's already established YouTubers that have hundreds of thousands, or maybe tens of thousands, not hundreds, but tens of thousands of subscribers already that are doing multiplayer videos as we speak. So I'm not the only one doing it, but I kind of have like a little bit of a niche, I guess. Oh, not sending information about what's happening at a certain distance. I did a video on that long time ago. It was one of my earlier videos, so it's probably not that great. There's a big llama on the front of it, and I demonstrate how if like you move away from like an area, you can stop sending data. So you basically kill the network visibility of it. So multiplayer synchronizer, let's say this is like attached to your player. Let's say this is your player, and like you get out, you might have to design a system to do this. I don't think this is something that you're going to get out of the box, but yeah, visibility is going to turn off. Whether, like, read this statement: public visibility, whether synchronization should be visible to all peers. And it is for default, so everybody on your map is going to see this. So you are going to have to invent a system, because I don't think they provide this out of the box. I think this is on you, because how do they know like what you're doing, right? So I think you might have to have like some area detection or that sort of thing, or maybe like if everybody in this zone gets synchronized, you know, there's trade-offs, right? It's not going to be perfect. It's for whatever works for your specific requirements. Yeah, the network synchronizer, you can just stop sending data by toggling this public visibility. Go check out my video on it to get started. It's got a big llama on it. I think it says like this llama is not really here, because like after you get outside of the like area, I just stopped syncing and it stopped sending data. So that's one way to do it. There might be some other ways if you are going to get under the hood, and that's my solution for the high level networking stuff. Now, if you really need better control, then you're going to have to learn about the lower level networking, which at that point you're just sending packets. And I haven't covered that at all, but there's some resources out there already that are pretty good if you want to look into that kind of stuff. But you know, you're going to be managing stuff quite manually, and that could get daunting, especially authority, trying to manage authority and that sort of thing. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. And I do some private consulting. Yeah. If you're interested in that, you can message me privately on Discord or whatever. But yeah, better soft body. Yeah, and that's the kind of like that goes back to like, you know, game dev being really complicated. It's like I haven't even messed around with that. There's so many systems and things about game dev. Like I'm terrible at the graphic side of things. It's just not what my background is. I need somebody to come and model stuff for me like full time. and animate and create animations so that I can put them in these demos, because I'm basically using Cinti assets and now Kenney assets. I like his assets. So where was I totally forgot where I was at. Good questions, guys. I just want to try to remember. So I got a guy, and I was testing the bomb. Does it drain energy? So you first have to get energy. Let me go get some energy really quick, so that I can see how that works. Oh, I remember it was broke. It took too much energy. That was right. So I have 5, and if I throw a bomb at him, and let's say this guy's at the finish line, and I want to ruin his day, I'll throw the bomb, and it hits him, and now he doesn't have enough energy. He only has 4. I think I know what the problem is. I think it hit twice. Let me see. That worked perfectly, by the way. So that worked too. What if it hits us both? Let me test that. Let me see. So it doesn't hit me. I mean, it does work. It does propel me like it's supposed to. So that's working. Can I propel down now? Yeah. Nice. I didn't think of that mechanic, but that was cool. So you get launched up, and then you launch one up, and then it propels you back down. Oh, this game, once I get that vector math figured out, this is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't done the VoIP stuff. Yeah, I haven't done it. I'm not using NetFox for this. This is Game Jam. I'll probably keep this full server authority minus the client inputs, because time. And I have a feeling that it's gonna break once I switch it over to full client, and there's gonna be a cascading effect of authority problems. Because this is a game jam, I haven't been keeping up with it, and I'm just going to do that after the game jam, but I'm going to submit it. So there's going to be some lag. It's going to be a little wonky probably when I submit it. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in playing it after the fact, I can polish it up and then maybe put it on Steam and make $1 billion, because everybody's going to love it. Man, how cool would that be, just to fund gamers and their little ideas? I know there's a ton of people out there that do it, but I know these people right now, they've got a game, and the biggest problem is funding. They had a great team going, and then they got to the finish line, and then the funding drops out. I mean, it happens all the time. It's a really cool game. It's polished. I actually did a little bit of work on it. But man, just having the money to pay people to do all this programming and stuff that's where it's at. And Godot and stuff makes it a little bit easier, but at some point you have to pay for your servers, and if not, then you're dealing with P2P stuff, and I guess that works. That'll work if that's your type of game. So I think right here, I need to have a cooldown on this. I think it was hitting twice. It didn't do it there. I wasn't able to repeat the bug. I'm trying to find where it happens. Is it, no, spell activity? Yeah, here. I think once we get hit, it shouldn't hit again. The NetFox is, I think it's pretty solid. The algorithm itself, the client prediction and server reconciliation, is the algorithm that he's using. Now he has, I mean, everybody interprets that differently, and tries to probably develop that in the same vein as what all the white papers and everything are detailing it to be. But so he made some assumptions and developed in a way, but maybe, that client side prediction server reconciliation is, I believe, the go-to first-person shooter, fast-paced game algorithm. It's just his implementation of it isn't quite there, and that lag you're talking about on the input, I spoke with him about it, and I even mentioned this on my video, and unless you've kind of wrapped your brain around it, it's really confusing. But there's there is a fix that he could implement, or somebody can come and implement, that would allow that lag to go away, and still have that like really nice smooth. Like right now, the input lag shouldn't exist. If you just play the game, there shouldn't be any input lag at all. You shouldn't see any issues with that. I mean, I deployed it and didn't really have any input lag. But there's you can basically render everybody behind you by like 100 milliseconds. I guess that's kind of the industry standard to do that. And then he has a setting to do that, but it also renders your inputs behind 100 milliseconds. And if that's how the game is, and then you might not notice it if you never change that and make sure there isn't like two different versions. Like a single player version will be no lag, and then the multiplayer version is lag. Like that would be really noticeable. So just stick with one if you use that. But until he makes that fix, yeah, there's going to be a slight issue there, or a slight improvement available for that engine. Yeah, I think there's some issues with the physics processing with Godot where you're not going to be able to go and tick back through the physics simulation. So you're going to have varying results. You're not going to have deterministic physics. I don't think you can step through them. But I mean, I think NetFox can be really, really powerful. I think if we had a lot more energy, he's got a really good base starting point. Yeah, it might not be great for every game because not every game needs that, but for that specific type of game. And I think what we need is like, we need something for like the casual user. I think maybe it could be overkill. I was playing around with some stuff, but I just don't have the time to get to it. But I do have some ideas, and maybe I'll work with him at some point. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you. And drop by the Discord if you guys have any questions or anything. I'm trying to get this so it doesn't just keep triggering. I think what I can do is just add a flag. What is this spell component? I think this gets Q freed. Yeah, so once he's hit somebody, let me just do this really quick. Target hit equals false. And then we'll say target hit. We'll set target hit to true, and that way we don't do that again. Can probably do that here. Target hit and not target hit. Actually no, because I wanted to hit both players. So this would apply to the enemy player and you, but this would only apply to the enemy player. So we need to make sure that this specific ball and not target hit. So I think that's gonna work. So let's just make sure. Oh, and I'm gonna have to synchronize that, maybe. Yeah, see, these are all the things that because I haven't put this on a dedicated server, I'm not sure how this is gonna roll. Let's see what happens. Why didn't it launch him? Is it gonna launch me? Oh, I totally broke it. False, true. It's weird. I have a little punch animation. Let's see. What? Oh, I left it. I left it there. I didn't remove it. Guys, I'm tired. Holy cow. All right, it's like getting on 3. I might have to quit and take a break, pick back up a little bit later. Yeah, the whole NetFox is really powerful. And I think if somebody wanted a starting point of their his tick implementation, I think that would be really cool to piggyback off of that if you're looking for it, because he spent a lot of time on it. If you're interested in a higher level, like that's the thing about NetFox, is it sticks with the higher level APIs. Let's make sure this doesn't hit twice. Boom. I love that, how you go both up and down. Let's move this guy over here. But yeah, NetFox, he did a really good job, and it worked like immediately, and he was really supportive. I think he's got a really good project, and he likes working on this stuff. So I think we should really support him. Let's see if it hits him twice. It didn't. It worked. This is working. All right. So, and it's draining. Let's see if it drains his energy. Let's do a final test. And then I want to work on the... It didn't drain his energy. Or wait, it did. It just didn't synchronize. Oh. Oh, crap. Okay. How do I simulate networking conditions like lag and stuff? I don't think DAY2 has that built in. I think there's some external tools that you can add to your computer to slow it down. I don't know the name of them off the top of my head, but I have them in the Discord, I think. Maybe somebody knows it. If you want, ping me later in Discord in the public, or just ask this question in the DAY2 channel. Someone will know it, and if they don't, I'll follow up with you at some point. But please be patient. I'm going to be really busy for the next few days. And hey, what's up, Martin? I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah. I got an idea. Do you want to see it? Do you want me to do a playthrough or give you an idea of what I'm trying to do? I'm actually like... Oh, you did find a node script? Well, share that. Go into my Discord and share that and be like, Battery wanted this or Bad wanted this, because I want to know if somebody... Because I don't want to have to I don't want to have to develop that if someone else has done the work for us. Yeah, I'd be really curious to see that. So I have a problem right now. I don't think I'm using any of this. So let me get rid of this. And let me get rid of this. Yeah, I'm not using either of these. Okay. Probably also cancel if leaves area. I don't know what that is. Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me... Yeah, I'll give you an update in just a second. Let me just try. I'm trying to figure out why this the energy isn't getting replicated. So I drain the energy, which is under the player. And I don't think it's being synchronized. Come on. Where is it? Energy. And do I have an energy level? So I thought I was synchronizing that. I am synchronized something. I'm synchronizing something. Maybe I'm synchronizing just... Well, let me just look. Let me look. Where is it? I am synchronizing energy level right there. So it's working on the... Oh, why is this happening? Energy level. My energy level is very low right now, if you couldn't tell. So we have this energy level, and this drain energy should be done on authority side, which should be synchronized to the label, which is here. And it's not. It's not. It should be running on both client and server. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, let me just step through it. Okay, so this gets hit, but it gets triggered from this collision. And this collision should happen on the authority side. Actually, this whole thing should happen on the authority side, but I need to show the force. But it wouldn't matter because it's running on both sides. Let me just look at it again. Sometimes I I'll have an idea. So let me go get some energy. And while we're at it, let's go over here. So he's got 5. And then his energy's down to 4. And okay, that worked. All right, so that worked. So that was because the client has energy. Now let me do it the other way. So I think this might be an authority problem. So if I, as the host, who has authority. This is why, like, I should be testing in the dedicated server from the beginning, so I know that it's going to work, because I'm doing this as a host setup. So if I launch this to him, it didn't work. It didn't take away, but it took it away on my side. So that sounds like it's only on client side authority. I'll just share it under the I guess game dev. There's a game dev section. It should be at the top of the game dev section. I'm just taking a bite of food. I'm gonna put my cat up. Okay, that's that. And then okay, so the area of 3D near body. Let's see, spell 1. It is hitting both sides though. So, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay. This is why it's not happening. This is having a counterintuitive effect that what I need to do is check for the source player, right? So the player that threw this, that's what this check needs to be. So this needs to be changed to source player, source thrower player, and make sure that it's not equal to that, not this. Source throw player is not equal to the body hit. That's the only time that we drain the energies, when it's not used. So if, yeah, this is an authority thing. I don't know, or yeah, this is not what I want to do. So I need to pass in the spell component. So the component is launched. So this is on, so this is like me, I'm throwing the ball, or I'm throwing the grenade. Thanks for sharing. I got it. Yeah, good job. You might get some feedback from some people, but just whatever. It's not just sharing. People want to use it, they can use it, or investigate it. Okay, so at this point, I know who is throwing it, because this script, this spell activity script, is linked to the person who, or the player client that's actually throwing it. So somehow I need to attach that information right here. I think right here we do it. I think right here we say source player, and we just say we're on the client, right? And where are we? We're in the spell activity. I think we just say, I think we can just say get unique multiplayer ID. And then yeah, I think we just do multiplayer I think we can do that. I mean, I could set it to the player's name. That would be also, but where is the spell activity? This is a different code. This is the spell. This is the activity of that spell, right? Spell activity. Let me see. Yeah, these are linked. So this spell activity is this. So it is there. And I could link the player right there. But I'm not going to do that. I could do that. I don't really want to do that though, because it's the same thing. And I don't want to pass around the player. So let's make a thing called source player. It should be ID, source player ID. And I'm just thinking out loud. This is all authority side. So that's what we want, because these changes happen on the authority side anyways. So that's what we want. Okay, so we're just gonna set it there, and then back in the where was it? Oh my god, where was it? Here. Okay. So when this activity spawns this component, forgive me for the bad names. He's gonna spawn this thing that gets launched in the air. So now we have this thing that's hurling towards the other player, and if it hits somebody, both everybody that interaction is going to be registered on all the client server, client 1, client 2, whatever. I guess in the server's case, it's the host, so it'll probably just be, I guess, once. I'm not sure, twice maybe. I don't know. I'd have to test that again. The spell 1 near player, I think, is only called twice, so I think it's just once on the server, right? Yeah, once on the server and once on the other client for that player. And then now that so now we hit something, we want to make sure that the thing we're hitting, the player that we're hitting, isn't the guy that threw it. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this thing is not equal to that. And I want to say print, just for giggles, we're going to print this. And that's going to tell us who got hit. Yeah, because before I was doing it by client, and now I want to do it by player. And that was incorrect. So the body represents the thing that was the thing that who the grenade collided with. And if that guy collided with himself, we just ignore it. We don't drain his own energy. I might add that mechanic. I mean, it should cost you energy to cast a spell, right? So maybe we do add that. But again, this is a game jam and I have limited time and I'm already running low on time. So, okay, so I think the demo was, this is the host. I think this was the situation where it didn't work. So we're going to charge there. And he's going to get to 5. And let's throw a bomb, grenade. And we have an exception. I bet you I need to cast to string. I should probably wait, is get network ID an integer? I think it is. I think it's an integer. It's an integer. So yeah, we don't want to make this a string. Whatever I just did. Okay, so this is an int, and that will be an int, and then let's try it again. All right, I think we got it. Because I don't want everybody to just nuke their bombs, but it's such a core gameplay that I think you have to do it. I think we have to allow it. I think we have to allow it. I don't think we have to. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think that we charge to to throw the bombs, because I think you need to be able to use that. I think we'll think of another thing if we need to do that. It didn't even work. It didn't work. So, I mean, it kind of worked. This is a weird error. I don't like how it hit him twice. It shouldn't be hitting him twice. I think I have some bugs. I have some bugs in here, but you know, I'm running out of time. No, I haven't tried. I mean, I fired up a demo game in Unreal like 2-3 years ago, but I haven't, actually not that long ago. I haven't been back. No, actually, no, I did a demo video or a quick unboxing of it and just like opened it up. But yeah, I didn't do much with it. So I'm not experienced with just Unity, a little bit of Unity in Godot. I need to take a break though. What am I at now? Almost 2 hours. Okay, so if, yeah, I think what's happening is this isn't synchronized, and that's causing a problem. And I think that I want this to run on both. I want this to run on the authority, but only the authority. So if multiplayer, if is multiplayer authority, like we don't need any of this to run on a client. And I don't think target, where else do I use it? Yeah. I mean, none of this should even run on the client. Let's try this again. Yeah, I think it was pretty easy for me to go from Unity to Godot. You know, there's a lot of stuff that Unity does that, you know, they've got years of creating libraries and plugins and third-party people, and they got a whole asset store. So this is just not working. And I have a typo. Source player ID is 1. So that doesn't make any sense because it, oh man, I'm dumb. Guys, I'm dumb. I'm getting so tired. I need to stretch my legs. I'm really dumb right now. This is dumb. I was on the right track with the player thing. This is going to always be 0 when it's on the server. And I need the player, not the server. I mean, yeah, it can be player 0. Right now it's telling me that player whatever with network ID 56789, it's telling me this guy, this 17 whatever guy is 1. Of course it's not going to work. So let's do this. Let's add a reference. Where am I? Let's just add a reference to the player, whatever. I don't have time. So we're going to export of our character. We're gonna get a node. Well, let's just get the node. I don't need the node. Let's just get the node 3D. And then we'll say player reference. And then what we'll do is come down here and we'll say playerref.name. And that's gonna be a string instead of an int. So that should work fine. And then over here we need to, let's just grab a player. Whatever. I don't like it, but I think that's what we do. I think that's what we got to do. So why are you moving over to Godot from Unity or from Unreal? What's the switch? All right, let's charge up. Get this guy ready. We got the 5. So that he's at 4 on his screen. Is he 4 on my screen? He's 4 on my screen. Finally. All right. That's just like, I'm getting tired. And look at that. It goes down to 3. So I can just keep hitting this guy and draining his energy. And this is going to be great. That is, all right. That's core, another core mechanic done, guys. I think. Let me just come over to our thing. I do want to create another version of it that goes long. That goes a long way. What am I saying? Hitting players, bombs, transfers energy. Oh, transfers their energy. Oh, I didn't do that. I just lowered the energy. Is that too much? Is that too OP? If you throw a grenade, you're not gonna lose anything. You're staying the same, but you throw a grenade and his energy is lowered. Do you get his energy? Like, that would be really cool. If you were in a pinch, you can just be like, I'm gonna just hit this guy. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that. Oh man, I wish I would have thought of that when I was building this out. Yeah, that's what I've seen with good Unreal. Yeah, I see that. They do provide a lot of stuff. Yep. I think you're right. I think that they've got a lot of, here's the intro, here's how you would do a racing game, here's how you do FPS, you know, here's a top-down, isometric, whatever, card game. Lots of starter projects. Unity's getting there. And I think Godot is just relying on the community, and that's fine. And we're all doing it. We're all pitching in. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Watch my videos. I promise I won't bite. So if I need to, what's going on, man? What's going on, King? Yeah, I mean, the support out of the box that you get of Unreal is really cool, and you get their like dummy characters where like you don't really have that with Godot. You're relying on the community to get you those things, and there isn't a whole lot of assets out there. Like Cinti works, Mixamo works, and Kenney's assets are my new favorite assets, by the way, because they are he treats Godot as a first-class citizen, whereas the other ones kind of don't. But I've had a lot of success with Mixamo. There was a bit of a learning curve, but it helped me kind of learn how to animate stuff in Blender, so I got good with that. And Cinti has problems, but they, I think, are trying to support Godot more. Rumor has it. But you know, they got to get their shit together. Anyways, I was supposed to show you guys what my current status is. I don't even think Martin's still around. Martin, if you're still around, let me know. I think he bailed on me because I wasn't talking to him. But yeah, I made a lot of progress since yesterday. Yeah. So if I take energy away, then I need to give it to the person, the source person. So I have the source person. So if this ball goes over and it hits you, somehow I need to like send an RPC to that guy to give him some energy. I think I might have to do an RPC call. And this is authority. But how would I do that? Maybe just back on the body. So let me think this through because I'm getting a little. Yeah, man. RPCs work fine. I haven't had any problems with RPCs. I think that they made some updates since you looked at it. Go watch my videos. Go watch those videos. There's 2 videos. And like fast forward to the part if you don't care about watching the whole thing. I'm fairly certain I used RPCs for both the extension version and the pre-compiled version. Yeah, I think that was the whole point, is that those, you know, you could use those high level APIs and seamlessly with those Steam libraries, man. But hey, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I have those RPCs working. Yeah, I think Godot's approach is more like you're just gonna pick and choose what you want. I kind of like that. let's have some good solid add-ons that the community and whoever can build. Even if Godot proper builds it, like, you know, you don't need all that in your engine, but let us pick and choose when and where we need things, and let us wire it up. I mean, Godot's component based, you know, composition over, you know, that style of structure is I'm really starting to fall in love with. Like, I mean, we've kind of done that from Java, like from a Java background, we've always kind of done that, but you know, and yeah, we have inheritance is a lot more prevalent, but yeah, it's, I like it, I love it. Yeah, King, go watch that content again. No, man, go give me some views. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I think the RPCs are working fine. I think go check them out. I think they should be working. But again, both of those projects aren't really and this isn't me. This isn't my opinion. This is the authors are telling me that they're not production ready. Like they're not even like version 0.5 or something. Like there's bugs. There's bugs with them. And the extension one might be a little bit more solid in some areas, but it's weak in some areas. Like I think you had pointed this out, that yeah, there's problems with Mac. It just doesn't work on a Mac. He's aware of those issues. He's acknowledged the I think we created some tickets under his GitHub. So yeah. But again, they're not production ready. If you're going to use that as the foundation for your game, you may have to get in there and like fix the bugs, or write the support for it, or just wait on them, or, you know, if it's not a big deal, if this isn't a big deal with what you're trying to do, then I mean, you can always use the lower level networking technologies, but yeah, it's so much easier if you could just stick with the high level stuff. But give it time. I mean, this stuff will come. They'll put more, they'll throw more hours at it eventually. Yeah, the composition stuff, it's like, wow, you know it. It's like trying to do this in a game dev scenario. It's actually taking me, I've had a few light bulbs recently. Like I started watching a couple videos. I'm like, I know composition. Why do I need to watch these videos? But when you see somebody else kind of do it, and then you think back to something you were doing, it'll click and you'll say, I should have done it that way. Why? And it's almost like a confidence thing, right? It's a lot of us guys know what we're doing, but it's a confidence problem. You're at least in my opinion, like how I approach it, and maybe not everybody experiences, but like I'll see something that somebody's doing, and when I was thinking about doing that, I didn't have the confidence, but now I saw somebody else do it. I was like, okay, I can do it that way. That does make sense to do it that way. I don't know. It's kind of my 2 cents on that. How am I going to deduct energy and from one guy and give it to the other guy? So I know who gave it. I know who threw it. So I could probably do like an RPC ID backup to the parent, because I think I have the parent, right? Where did I do that? Let's go back. Yeah, player ref. Where's this at? This is, where is it? What is happening? I thought spell activity. I'm in the wrong place. All right. So this is the guy that threw it. And this, oh, wait a minute. There's already a reference. I already know who it is because of the component. I'm already a genius and I don't even know it. I already pre-geniused this. I already thought about this and I'm just now remembering it. If you look under the component spawn point where those grenades are spawned right here, it's spawned under the player. It's not in the world, because I think I'm just being lazy. It probably should be spawned in the world, but because it's not, I put a reference on that player because those components needed it. And I already have it. I don't need any of this. I don't need the source ID. I already have the reference. Oh man. So I think I can just do this. Am I crazy? How tired I am right now. I don't think I need to do this. I think I need to just do this. Let's just try it out. Var player ID. Let's call it source player ID. Let's do test and then name. I think I already have it. Let's try it. And then if I do have it, that means I have the player. And I have the guy that's hit. So all I have to do right here is go boom, energy, add energy to him. So I'm literally stealing your energy, but that's not the actual function name. Man, add energy. I already got it. I already see this is component based. This example that I just, this whole like thing that I just said, this whole train of thought, whoops, is exactly why component based is so powerful. It's like I already had it and I didn't know it. And I bet you I don't need this. Don't let me forget to remove this player ref ID, the source player ID. I don't need that. I think I can remove that. I'm gonna do a to-do because I'm tired. Remove. All right, if this works, guys, I gotta bail because I'm tired. And then I'm gonna come back a little later. If you want to see where this game's gonna be done tonight. This game has to be done like 95%. And so that means the level building for the rest of the night and trying to tune it. So if this guy comes over, I forgot what I was even doing. All right, I don't have energy on the right client. The other guy has 5. So if I throw this, it should take energy from him and give it to me. I did it again. I do that. I do this every time. What? Index energy on a string? What? Oh, I hope nobody noticed what I just did. Okay, nobody look at that. All right. Oh, you guys are talking. Sorry. I was just on a train of thought. Everything composition based. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Right. I agree. Yeah, there are issues. It is not a put production thing, and I'm worried that it's gonna need another year of work before it might be ready. Let me just charge this up. Yeah, it's all about trade-offs, right? I mean, you gotta be prepared, and I think that maybe revisit it, and if you're still having problems, maybe make sure you're upgraded. 4, and a 1. It worked. Look, I got it. It's synchronized. I got 1 energy from him, and I drained his energy. And let's do it again. Now I have 2, and he has 3. I got it. All right, so let's try it the other way. Let's make sure that the other guy, the authority, can call. Let's get his energy back. Nice. It's working. It's working. It's working. Does it go below 0? Nope. Look at that. Wait. Oh, wait. It's broke. It's broke, guys. I need. I'm just earning energy when I don't actually have any of this steel. Siphon energy. Sorry, I'm getting really excited. This is coming together. Yeah, more time in the oven. I hear you. Yeah. I'm not using that punch through for anything right now. I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't have, like, this is my first real game I think that I'm developing is for this game jam. So if this game isn't gonna be that, this game is gonna be a dedicated server. I'm gonna have a server running somewhere. I probably gonna spend a couple bucks to keep it running for a little bit to see if there's any traction with it, and just I don't know, we'll see. And if it ends up costing too much money, then I'll take it down. I'll just set an alert on there like, hey, if you hit $2 or $5, whatever, shut off, because I'm gonna host it somewhere where I can get some free time. Yeah, it is way easier, but not everybody can do that. And oh, while I have you here, dude, stay tuned, because you're asking about Nat punch through stuff. I'm in talks right now with another Godot service, and I'm not going to mention any names here today because it hasn't been solidified, but they, and I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but they have services for this P2P. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay. I think they have a free tier, but I think it might be really generous, and I think it's gonna be really strong. I think they have their own solution for synchronization. I have to go read it, but I'm gonna cover it, and I think that's the next thing I'm gonna look at. It's not 100%, but Maybe keep an eye out for that. And if you want, I can tell you privately, if you DM me or just message me or something in Discord or whatever, I can let you know who those people are and give you a heads up on it. I don't want to withhold that information. I just don't want to say it publicly right now. It's not a big deal. I'd rather not right now. Yeah, they do nat punch through. And it's, yeah. The Godot server is really easy in my opinion. It's probably easier. Just easier to manage, you know, overall. You know, when you're dealing with a host, there's a whole other layer of complexity that you got to make sure that you're doing things correctly for both client and server. So what I need to do, guys, is I need to return the energy that was drained. And then I need to subtract that because he might not have energy. I'm losing my voice. And let's see. Add energy. You can always add it, but you can't if it's greater than 0. So let's just return else turn 0, and then we'll do return drain amount. Yeah, so it's 0, or if it's greater than 0, we're going to drain it, and then we just return the amount drained, right? 1. But if it's not, then we just return 0 because we can't do anything with that. So back here, let's say energy drained, and then we're just going to pass that in there. And I think we've got like 95% of the stuff done, or I should say like 85%. That number is going to change a lot. Wait, I'm getting hungry, guys. All right, cool. It is a pain networking, and like everybody in my channel or in my Discord, there's a bunch. Obviously I'm a multiplayer kind of networking channel, focused channel, and you know I can kind of help with things that I know about. Look at that, it worked 4-1, and then let's make sure I can't steal it back. Let's get this guy, and let's boom 0, and now I shouldn't be able to lower it either. Boom, look at that, got it. All right, so let me double check. Triple check. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Shouldn't go to 6. Should stay there. All right, I got it. Cool. I'm gonna commit these changes. I mean, move to index. I'm not actually committing anything right now. Yeah. So what I do is, so uncommitted changes. I made these changes since the last time. It wasn't a lot, but it was very powerful. Let me just commit them because I know it works. To start multiple clients at specified locations on the screen. Dude, please make that so that it goes back. You mean like place one screen here, whoops, I hit the mic, sorry, place one screen here, or here and here, and like keep them there? Is that what you're saying? Because that would be super cool. Move the hit logic here, don't continuously reapply velocity. I don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is talking about. Okay. And then, no, I need to do that. Not really activity mechanism, source player ID, remove. Okay, I got to remove the player ID, guys, because I figured out that that worked. And then we don't actually need to print that. So let me just remove it. Not replicating this in my component synchronizer position. No. Okay, so this can go away. And then wherever I'm setting it needs to go away. And I'm losing fast. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that. And oh yeah, I don't need it in the player anymore. So over here, this player ref can go away. And then that means in the activity, player ref can go away, right? Yeah. And where am I setting it? Down here. Yep, all that. I did all that and didn't need to do it because I had already done it through another issue. Now I just made all those changes. Let's make sure I didn't break anything. And you notice I committed everything before I did that, so that if I screwed anything up in my code cleanup, I can just undo it. So charging up to 5, and let's slow that. And he's got 4 and I got 1 now. And let's shoot myself back down. Boom, come down quickly. I love this mechanic. This is so cool. And I just need to fix it though, because it's a little wonky. Boom, 0. I've got 5 now, and I've got 5. All right. So if you have 5 energy, you get to go over to this lever and you charge the lever, and then once you get to the lever and then you move through, you won. And I'm gonna move this to the top of the world. Awesome. Awesome, so close. I'm getting so close. And now I think it's about just putting it all together. Let me commit everything that I just did. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah. All right, man. Check back later if you want. I'm gonna take a break, probably get some food or plan food, but I gotta give my eyes a break. I don't know how people do this all day without like streaming. I mean, all day. It's like a serious. Oh, I forgot to comment that out. Holy cow, it's a serious. So I need to. I'm gonna come back from stream and I'm gonna immediately fix this launch logic, because I want the grenade to move you in a very predictable, deterministic way, and right now it's not happening. So fix this velocity to be consistent or deterministic or something. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna bail. Thank you a ton for checking this out. I'm gonna do another stream a little bit later to wrap this up, and then one more probably tomorrow, just to submit it. I might try to submit tonight because I think we can submit updates. So yeah, getting really close. I might try to push this out onto a dedicated server build, and then have some testers in. That would be amazing. That's a stretch goal. I don't know if I'll have that have this finished in time. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, man. Yep, keep an eye out. Have a good one.